paying them. My issue is you're taking men out on dates because they can't afford it. So you're using the money that I make to pay. No. The money that I make to take guys on dates.
It's our money. I don't see what the issue is.
So you're downgrading from somebody who can make money and makes money and keeps a roof over your head to people that can't afford to go to lunch?
I'm not downgrading. It's just lunch. I don't understand what the fuck your problem is. Around money, you need to open.
Okay. No, shut up.
Imagine how much more money you could make if you stopped focusing on how much you are, quote, like losing, whatever the fuck that means.
I'm really gonna get fucking drunk all night now because of you. You're absolutely crazy. I told you the fucking dating app shit was only because I was bored and I was drunk. I didn't even realize.
You're fired.
Exactly. What's wrong with you?
You can drink and I'm gonna kick you out.
Whatever, man. I didn't fucking care about that job. I'm serious.
Restaurant. We eating. We having a good time. This bum here talking about some. He don't have the money to pay.
But I did not know you gonna get all this. So he starts getting upset, right? Starts calling you a bitch. Then what happens?
Always. No.
Okay. And then what happened today?
I do this stuff.
You threw the stuff?
Pizza. You like pizza.
You have made me frozen pizza 6 nights in a row. I work 12 hours a day to come home to fucking frozen pizza.
You literally said that frozen pizza. Pizza is like one of your favorite foods.
Yeah, pizza, not frozen pizza. Okay. And also, I still don't want to eat it every fucking day. Are you kidding me?
Okay, sorry, then you.
This looks like a piece of bread with cheese on it.
Okay, then you can make your own food.
You're a horrible wife.
No, I'm not your horrible husband.
You literally have like 4 active dating profiles. I'm not helping them.
You don't give me enough attention, so why would I care?
So why would you? Maybe you should fucking learn how to cook, number 1. Take care of our children, number 2. And appreciate everything I do for you. I literally worked 12 hours today. Do you have any idea what it's like to be digging trenches for 12 hours? Have you ever done anything even remotely? Have you ever been outside for 12 hours consecutively?
No, thank God.
You are a horrible person. And I want a divorce immediately. You've been cheating on me?
Okay, well that's not signing divorce papers.
Well, we're in a no-fault divorce state, so you don't really have.
Honestly, it doesn't seem like you're fully considering what you're saying right now. This kind of thinking can cause serious damage in any relationship. You can't expect a marriage to remain healthy if one person believes they can make whatever choices they want without caring about how those decisions affect their partner. A relationship requires consideration from both sides. Before making a choice, sometimes you have to stop and think about the consequences, not only for yourself, but for the person who trusted you enough to build a life with you.
So I had court again today because a new judge was assigned to the case. If you don't know, I get $3,700 of child support every month, and I use it on myself. I don't use it on my kids. The old judge that was assigned to our case was okay with me spending, the child support on myself because he clearly said it was just reimbursement for what I have been spending on my children. They was not having none of that shit, and she completely took me off of child support. Meaning I'm now getting $0 for my 7 kids.
So after breaking your husband's trust, you expect him to simply forget what happened and continue the marriage as if nothing ever changed. But betrayal doesn't work that way. Once someone has been cheated on, the damage can run much deeper than a simple apology can fix. Trust is the foundation of a marriage, and when that foundation is broken, the other person has every right to question whether the relationship can truly continue.
Let me out of the car.
No.
Yes.
We're going to the courthouse and we're getting divorce papers.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. We're getting a fucking divorce. I'm so sick of your bullshit. First, you're hooking up with guys off dating apps, and it doesn't matter if you're sorry. We've been married. We've been married for 3 years, and you hooked up with 4 guys off dating apps. Yes, okay, I'm just going to go and divorce you.
Together for a long time.
Yeah, well, you can keep that baby. I don't even know if it's mine anymore.
What?
I'm not taking a paternity test.
Obviously, it's yours.
How's that obvious when you're cheating on me and sleeping around with random strangers off the internet?
Okay, well, I thought that you just have more common sense than that.
What are you talking about?
We've been together for such a long time.
My common sense tells me that you're unfaithful and that it could be any...
Call me. Why are you taking a picture? Why are you taking a picture?
I took a picture of your license.
For what?
Because you're sitting in a...
I'm sitting because I'm broke down. Maybe you should ask first instead of just doing...
I'm on the
Ain't no sorry. I don't give a... No, I don't give a... Stop taking pictures. I don't care. I'm broke down.
Okay.
Ask first.
Say, I'm
ask first.
I'm not just sitting here...
Ask first.
Y'all always taking pictures. Ask first. What are you taking pictures of the tag for? I'm sitting here not doing nothing. You see packages and everything. I'm delivering packages.
Okay.
So carry on about your day.
Okay.
Me?
Where does Mr. Reynolds live? He lives in, according to his response, he lives here in Grand Rapids.
When I requested this entire child support review, he bought a house in Tennessee, and he still owns that house in Tennessee.
He can own a house in Tennessee, but if he's living here in Grand Rapids, that's not a change.
Well,
my only question here is, I need to know what his income changed because the job changed. So what information I need is this. I need information from his current contract. And if it is the same income, we do not have a change of circumstance, and we're stuck with the 36 months by law. That's my explanation, Ms. Lemon. That's why I tried to explain this. I'm like, I don't have the requisite change of circumstance to review child support at this time. You signed a contract in June of 2022. Essentially,
based on the information that David Reynolds was going to be, I was forced to sign that, claiming that that was the only way I could see my kids.
Unfortunately, but there was a lot to that agreement. They waived arrearages.
Including the fact that I would be able to see my kids, because otherwise I would not be able to.
And you are seeing your children, correct? You are seeing your child? Yeah, okay, then.
Only because I agreed to sign that.
You got the benefit of the bargain.
I'm out here. You can go. You can go.
This is what the fucking nigga got to deal with.
You can go. Yeah.
Move! Get going on upstairs, man! Get on going on!
You see what the fuck she doing? No.
Shit!
You can go.
Move! Going on upstairs!
I'm not doing shit. You get the fuck out of my house.
My manager's
No.
This what you gonna...
I was in the bed. You saw what the fuck. You closed the door, right?
What the fuck she down here doing?
You closed the door, right?
The relationship between
Things were
this couple
already
was
going
already
badly
in
between
serious
this
trouble.
couple, but this
conversation
conversation shows just how far
badly
their
things had
relationship had
deteriorated.
fallen. The wife is sitting in the car, clearly
visibly
upset, and she wants to get out. But her husband has already made a decision. He tells her they're going to the courthouse.
Not to have another
talk,
conversation.
not to argue,
To continue arguing.
not to give the
and not to
relationship
try
another
saving the
chance.
relationship one
They're
more
going
time.
there to get divorce
They're
papers.
going there to file for
and
divorce.
immediately, she pushes
immediately
back.
rejects the idea.
She doesn't want to
She
hear
doesn't
it.
want to accept
She
what he's
keeps
telling her
him that
and
they're
keeps
not getting
insisting that
divorced,
they are not getting
almost
divorced.
as if refusing
Almost
to
as though
accept the
refusing to
decision can
acknowledge his
somehow
decision
stop it
will
from
prevent
happening.
it from happening.
But the husband
But her
sounds
husband
completely
sounds like
finished.
he's reached his limit.
He says
He
he's
says
tired.
he's exhausted.
And when you listen to what he
begins
says
explaining
next,
what led
you
him to
start
this
to
point,
understand why.
It becomes easier to
According to
understand
him,
why he feels
they've
that
been
way.
married for about
According
3
to him,
years,
they have been
and
married
during
for
that
roughly 3
marriage,
years.
he says
During
she
that
has been
time, he
meeting
says
men
she
through
wasn't
dating
just
apps.
communicating with other men
Not
through
just
dating
talking to
apps.
them.
He claims she
actually met up with several of them.
From his perspective,
That's a completely different level of betrayal. And this is where people need to understand something about relationships.
And this
Trust
is where
isn't something you can break repeatedly and then expect to repair with one apology. An apology only means something when it's followed by changed behavior. If someone keeps making the same choice over and over again, eventually the other person stops believing the promises. That's exactly what seems to have happened here. The wife may be saying that she's sorry, but her husband isn't hearing the words anymore. He's looking at the actions. And according to him, the actions have already told him everything he needs to know. Then the conversation takes an even more serious turn. The husband starts questioning whether the child is actually his. Now, that's a very painful thing for any family to hear. The wife immediately argues that there is no reason for him to question the child's paternity. But from his perspective, the cheating has destroyed his confidence in the relationship. He basically says, "How am I supposed to know?" And that's the ugly side of betrayal. When trust disappears, even things that were once completely certain can suddenly become questions. He doesn't necessarily have proof that the child isn't his. What he does have is a relationship where, according to his claims, his wife repeatedly broke the boundaries they were supposed to have. And that's why the situation has become so serious. This isn't just a couple having a normal argument. This is a marriage where one person believes the other has repeatedly betrayed them, and now the future of the entire family is being questioned. At this point, divorce seems less like a threat and more like a decision he has already made.
And now
He
the
isn't
future
asking
of
her
the
for
entire
permission.
family is being
He's
questioned.
telling her what he's going to do.
At this stage,
and that's a
divorce
major
no longer
difference.
sounds like a threat
Now
made
let's
in
move
anger.
to a completely
It
different
sounds like a
situation.
decision he has
This
already
next clip
reached.
starts with something
He
that
isn't
seems
asking her
innocent
whether
enough.
she agrees
A
with it.
delivery driver
He's
is
telling
sitting
her what he
beside his
intends to
vehicle
do.
on the side of the
And
road.
that makes a major
His
difference.
vehicle has apparently broken
Now,
down,
the story moves
and he's
to a
unable to
completely
continue
different
his route.
situation.
There are still
This next
packages
encounter
inside the
begins with
vehicle,
something that
which
appears
makes it
fairly
clear
innocent.
that he's working.
A
But
delivery
then a
driver
woman
is
walking
sitting
nearby
beside his
notices
vehicle
the
on the side
vehicle.
of the road.
Instead of
His
asking what
vehicle seems to
happened,
have broken
she
down,
starts
leaving
taking
him
pictures
unable
of the
to continue
license
his
plate.
route.
The driver
There are still
notices
packages
immediately,
inside, making
and
it clear
naturally,
that he's in
he
the
wants
middle
to
of
know
working.
why. He asks
Then
her why
a
she's
woman
taking
walking
pictures of
nearby
his tag.
notices the vehicle.
The woman doesn't appear
Instead of
interested
first
in having
asking
a
what
conversation
happened,
first.
she begins
The
taking
driver
photographs
becomes
of the license
frustrated
plate.
and
The
explains that
driver
he's not
notices
doing
right away,
anything
and
wrong.
naturally he wants
His
to know
vehicle
why.
is broken down.
He asks her why
He's
she's
still
taking
carrying
pictures
packages,
of his tag.
and he's
But the
simply
woman
waiting
doesn't
for
seem
help.
interested in
From
having a
his point of
conversation
view,
with him first.
there was no reason
The
for
driver
someone to
becomes
photograph his
increasingly
vehicle
frustrated
without
and
even
explains that
asking what
he
was
isn't
going
doing
on.
anything wrong.
Then the woman
His
mentions
vehicle has
calling the
broken down.
police.
He still
And
has
that's when the
packages to
driver's
deliver,
frustration
and
increases.
he's simply waiting for help
He's
to arrive.
basically saying,
From
if you're
his point of
concerned,
view, there
ask
was no
me
reason
first.
for someone to
That's
start
actually a
photographing
fair
his
point.
vehicle without
Being
first asking what
cautious
was
isn't
happening.
necessarily wrong.
Then the woman
If
brings up
someone
the
sees something
possibility of calling the
unusual,
police.
they have every
and that
right
makes
to be
the driver
concerned
even
about
more
their
frustrated.
surroundings.
His
But there
argument
is
is
also a
basically
difference between
straightforward.
being
If
cautious
something
and
concerns you,
immediately
ask me
assuming
about it
someone is
first.
doing something wrong.
And that's not an
A simple
unreasonable
question
point.
could have
There's
changed
nothing
the
wrong
entire
with being
interaction.
alert or cautious.
Instead of taking
If someone
pictures,
sees
she
an
could have
unusual
asked,
situation,
is everything
they
okay?
have every right to be
The
aware
driver
of what's
could have
happening around
explained
them.
that his
But
vehicle
being
had broken down,
cautious and
the
immediately
situation
assuming
might
someone
have
is doing
ended right
something
there.
wrong are two
Instead,
different things.
both sides
A simple
became
question
defensive.
might have changed
The
the
driver
entire
felt like he was being treated
Instead of
as
immediately
suspicious
taking
for no reason.
photographs, she could have
The woman
simply asked,
apparently
"Is
felt
everything
she
okay
needed
here?"
to protect
The
herself
driver could have
or
explained that
investigate
his
what she
vehicle
was
had
seeing.
broken down, and the
So,
situation might
what
have
do you
ended
think?
right there.
Was she simply being
Instead,
careful?
both people became
Or
defensive.
did she take things too
The
far?
driver felt as though
That's
he
what
was
makes
being
these
treated
real
like a
life
suspect
situations
for no clear
interesting.
reason.
Sometimes
Meanwhile,
there
the
isn't a
woman
perfect
apparently
answer.
felt she needed to
You have to
protect
look at what
herself
each
or
person
investigate
saw
what she
from
was
their own
seeing.
perspective.
So, what
Now,
do you think?
let's move
Was
into the
she simply
courtroom.
trying to be careful,
This next
or did she
situation
take the
is
situation
completely
further
different.
than necessary?
But once again,
That's what
we're
makes
dealing
real-life
with a
encounters
relationship
like this
that has
interesting.
become complicated
Sometimes there
by
isn't a
money,
completely clear
children,
answer.
and
You have
legal
to consider
agreements.
what each person
The
was seeing
discussion
and
centers
experiencing
around
from their
child
own point of
support
view.
and whether there
Now,
has been
let's move
enough
into
of a
the courtroom.
change in
This next
circumstances to
situation is
justify
very
changing
different,
an
but
existing
once again,
arrangement.
it involves a
The case
relationship
involves a
complicated
man
by
named
money,
David Reynolds.
children, and a
There
legal
is a
agreement.
question about his
The
living
discussion
situation
centers on
and
child
property.
support and
He
whether
reportedly owns a
circumstances have
house in
changed
Tennessee
enough to justify
while also being
modifying the
connected to
existing
Grand
arrangement.
Rapids.
The case
But the
involves a
judge
man
makes an
named David
important
Reynolds.
distinction.
Questions
Owning
are
a
raised
house
about his
somewhere
living
doesn't
arrangements and
automatically
his property.
prove that someone's
He
financial
reportedly owns a house in
circumstances have
Tennessee,
changed.
while also
The
having
court needs
connections to
evidence.
Grand Rapids.
Specifically,
But the judge
the
makes an
judge wants
important
to
point.
know about his current
Simply
income.
owning
Has his
property
job
in a
changed?
particular place
Has his
does
salary
not
changed?
automatically
Is
prove
he
that
making
someone's
significantly
financial
more or less
situation has
money than when the original
The
agreement
court
was
needs
made?
actual evidence.
Those questions
More
matter because
specifically,
child
the
support
judge wants
orders aren't
information
simply
about his
changed
present
because
income.
one person feels
Has
the
his
current
employment
arrangement
changed?
is
Has
unfair.
his salary increased
There
or
generally has
decreased?
to be a
Is
legally
he earning
relevant change in
significant? The current
circumstances.
arrangement is
The
unfair.
judge explains that
There
the
generally
existing
needs to be
agreement
a
was
legally
signed back in
relevant change in
2022.
circumstances.
The mother argues
The
that
judge
she felt
explains that
pressured
the
into
existing
signing it
agreement was
because she
signed in
believed it was the
2022.
only way she could
The mother
maintain
argues
access
that
to
she
her
felt
children.
pressured into signing
That's
it because
obviously
she
a
believed
serious
doing so
concern
was
from
the
her
only way
perspective.
she could continue
But the
seeing her
judge
children.
focuses on what the
From her
agreement
perspective,
actually
that is
says and what
obviously
is
a
happening
his
now.
concern.
She is
But the
currently
judge
seeing
focuses
her
on
children.
the wording of the agreement and
from
the
the court's
circumstances that
perspective,
exist now.
she received the
She is
benefit of
currently
the
able to see
arrangement
her
she
children.
agreed to.
So from the
This
court's
is where
perspective,
courtroom
she
cases
received
can
the
become
benefit
frustrating
connected
for
to the
people
arrangement
watching
she
from the
agreed to.
outside.
This is
Someone
where
may feel
legal cases
emotionally
can become
justified.
frustrating for people watching from the outside. Someone may feel completely justified emotionally. They may sincerely believe they were treated unfairly. But a judge still has to examine the facts and apply the relevant law. And that is exactly why evidence matters so much.
You can't simply enter a courtroom and say, I think this arrangement should be changed. You need to demonstrate what has changed and provide the information necessary for the court to make a legal decision. Now, the final situation is much more chaotic. We're back inside a home and the people involved are clearly furious with one another. One person is being told to leave. The other is demanding that they go upstairs and get out. At first, it sounds like an ordinary heated argument, but then the voices become louder, the accusations become more serious, and it quickly becomes obvious that this conflict didn't begin 5 minutes earlier. There is history behind it. There is resentment. There are old issues that were never properly resolved. One person continues insisting that they haven't done anything wrong. The other person simply doesn't believe them. And that's one of the biggest problems when relationships reach this point. Once trust has disappeared, explanations often stop having any effect. You can explain yourself again and again, but if the other person has already decided they don't believe you, they may reject everything you say. That's why some relationships eventually reach a stage where communication no longer feels like communication. It becomes two people waiting for the other person to stop talking so they can respond. One person speaks, the other interrupts. Then the second person responds. Then the first becomes even louder. And before long, nobody is actually listening anymore.
The goal of the argument changes. Instead of trying to solve the problem, both people become focused on proving that they're right. And when an argument turns into a competition about who wins, everyone involved usually loses. The biggest lesson from all of these situations is that conflict rarely appears without warning. Major arguments, broken trust, resentment, and emotional distance often develop gradually through smaller problems that were ignored, repeated, or never properly resolved. Whether it's a marriage falling apart, a misunderstanding between strangers, a courtroom dispute, or an explosive argument at home, the same basic principle often applies. Communication matters. Trust matters. And once either of those begins to break down, resolving the situation becomes far more difficult.